I have found ignorance as also another reason why we doubt. Kuna that statement in the Bible, a line inasema kwamba watu wangu wanaangamia for the lack of knowledge. Ukisoma the third verse of Matthew 16, there's a word, keyword ambao mimi nilinote. You can discern. Meaning, we have discernment, which is the ability to judge kilicho sahihi na ambacho sio sahihi. And ni kumaanisha kwamba in everything, in every decision we have to make, that aspect is there. Lakini mara nyingi we do not take the step. We don't even acknowledge kwamba that discernment is there. But the ignorance bit is when we do not know what God's will and desire for our lives is in different situations. I'm going back to that time when I was applying for my university. I doubted because I did not know that it is God's will over my life for me to prosper. And going to the university, ilikuwa ni sehemu. It was, you talked about the process.
Part of the process.
Yeah. I'm going back and I'm thinking, Stellah, had you forgotten that? I liked what she said. Have you forgotten that it is not you that placed yourself where you are? Nilikuwa na uwezo wa kupursue, and tuna uwezo wa kupursue. I like that she keeps pursuing because she knows what the word says about her. Lakini there's so much that we forsake kufanya because of that fear. But the fear has been brought with the fact, unajua kitu ambacho, there's a statement wanasema Waswahili kwamba kitu usichokijua ni kama exactly. And giza, yani there's so much darkness. Kwa hivyo you're like, naweza nikatembea pale alafu nikadondoka. So you're like, let me just stick here. And in to hold. So so I'm just thinking, even before nianze the process, I remember I went, nikafanya sijui cheti kipi ambacho sikuhitajika kufanya. I'm buying time and I'm like, alafu nafika chuo and I'm like, this, hatuhitaji this one. And I'm like, what did I do? I felt so much lost. But that is just to show you how much we lose. But we are losing because, one, we do not take the time to acknowledge what God has put in us. And I just learned today kwamba, as I keep reflecting on this, I learned kwamba discernment is a gift that we have. Someone was telling gifts ni kama leo. Benson, which card do you like?
It's called what? Toyota
Fortuna. Imagine today someone brings you Fortuna too. You're like, oh my God, you're excited. It's a gift. Every morning unatoka, unaenda unaiwasha. Yani you do everything, yani you look at it and you're like, oh wow. And then you go back. You leave it in the parking. You do not drive it. You do not go out. That is the same way, because discernment is a gift I'm about tumepewa. Lakini we have packed it. And when we need to go to the market, we are there waving at Uber and Bolt and whoever. You have your dream car right in front of you. That is what we do. So mimi, I was challenged to learn kwamba, kumbe mimi I have discernment. It is a gift Mungu amenipa. Kwa hivyo, in whatever situation, and even whenever I feel I am not making the right decision, I'm challenged to go back a minute and say, God, this and this is what I see, but I know you're in charge, so let's go. And I will go, and that is what faith is all about. Kwamba, mimi I am weak. I am no longer in control. It is you that is in control for so many things that I know that you have taught me. Because then the word is actually God's voice. What voices are we listening to?
It's a speedy life.
Yes, I'm listening to what I have read about other people who had similar or worse insecurities. That is the voice I am listening to. But the beauty about reading the word ni kwamba the discernment grows. Ukisoma kuna sehemu ambayo anasema kwamba Is there anything that is too difficult for God? Is there anything that is there's nothing that is impossible for God. Lakini sisi, there are so many situations tunakutana nazo kwenye maisha and you're like, no, this is impossible, and you sit. Wakati God put this as one of your stepping stone to get to wherever. Lakini the fact that you did not move, you understand? You did not move. That's about it.
Yeah. When you speak about doubting your abilities, I remember one time the people I work with, they requested for trainers to go to Ethiopia, and that person was just casual, and he asked. I said, I know someone in Tanzania. Let her come. Somebody in South Africa recommended me to go to Ethiopia, and when we got there, they had us in a meeting and they were asking, okay, so what's your certification? Somebody says international master. This one, master trainers. This one, everybody was giving out the credentials. And I was like, and you? I was like, I have not been certified. How did you make it here? So that woman was bitter. And I was like, wow, I'm in the wrong place. Yeah. You can imagine the feeling that I had. I'm here already, so what is happening? After the presentations that we had and everybody had to be assigned, the boss of that establishment said, no, I want to work with her directly. Like, he chose me directly, said, you, I will go with you, I will work with you. And everybody else was assigned to her and all that. The calmness that this boss took me in, and he was like so reliant, like he would tell me, you're going to, because I'm not feeling well, I'm sick, you're going to do what I was supposed to do. So, do you know, you're being given responsibilities of the boss and not the assistant, and the assistant has been on you like nothing else. And I was like, same thing, God has brought me here. His will be done, because this is, I'm in other people's country, and the guy was like, I don't care about certification. Can you do this? Yes, I can do it. Okay, so I'm not feeling very well. This is what you're going to do. So the first day I was given a class, I go through, and he calls me, said, I could not wake up this morning, so you're going to do my sessions. And I'm like, wow, I had not prepared for that one. But then God took me through. It went through. Instead of, we were given university professors to work with. The people that I'd come with, most of them were my mentors. They were in a higher level than me. They were given the other people to train. I'm given professors, and I'm like, me, I'm not certified. How do I deal with professors? But here they are. If that is not God placing you in places where he thinks you're worth it, regardless of what you think you are, I don't know who we say that is.